Hi, my name is Ray Naylor, and this is a performing songwriter. My guest today is Lizanne Knott. Bob Harris of the BBC Two in London said of Lizanne, absolutely gorgeous music. We've rarely had as big a reaction to any artist in recent years than what we've had for Lizanne Knott. An award-winning songwriter, Lizanne performs both in the U.S. and in Europe. Her songs have been used in independent films, TV movies, documentaries, and by national non-profit organizations. Lizanne is also a partner of Morningstar Studios. We'll be back in a second to meet Lizanne, and she's also going to do, with a trio, a mini concert for us. Lizanne, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Now, this is people that have watched the show before are probably thinking, where are you at? We're at your studios.
Yes.
It's Morningstar Studios.
Yes.
And just say a little bit about that, about Glenn. And
Okay.
I know the studio, he has won a number of Grammys for producing, I guess.
Dove Awards, and he's been nominated. Yeah, the studio's been here, I guess, what is this, our 6th year? I think here at this location, and Glenn's had Morningstar going, though, for over 30 years, I think.
Wow.
So this is our newer location, and it's a great studio. Great place to record in East Norriton, Pennsylvania.
It is really nice studio.
Yeah, thanks, yeah.
I remember we used to go to open mics.
We did.
I remember we went to Godfrey Daniels.
Yeah.
And one that I remember, it was you and I went to a place not far from here on 202. It was like a bar restaurant.
Really?
And we got there, and I said, "It's time to go. Let's go sign up."
Right.
And you said, "Nobody wants to hear me." And I remember that. Well, people want to hear you now.
I don't remember. That's like way from my memory, whenever it is. But I believe you, because we pal around a lot back in the day to different open mics. Yeah. Well, it took me a long time to outgrow that feeling.
Well, at a certain point, you decided, I'm going to take this more seriously. And how did that happen, or did it?
I don't know. I don't remember hitting any. I don't remember crossing any barrier where I felt that way. Just eventually, I got more friendly with feeling like I could perform in front of an audience. I think for a long time I thought of it more as a hobby. I loved writing, so I always kind of envisioned maybe I would just be a songwriter and some other people would cover my songs.
Right.
In my heart of hearts, that's where I thought I was headed, not to be a performer. So I kind of fell into it.
Yeah. You really fell into
an accidental trip. I did.
Now you've played in Europe and England
and Ireland and Scotland and Spain. I toured in Spain.
How did you find that?
How did it come to me, or how did I find? How did I like it?
Yeah, how did you like it?
I loved it. I love touring overseas. It's like another world over there. I mean, it's just the scenery. Number one, the scenery is amazing. It's beautiful to drive across the countryside over there, and it's relatively small. Their countries are like our states, so it would be like driving from England to Scotland is like driving from here to North Carolina. It's not It's not the expanse. And the radio is different there. So one radio station goes across the entire United Kingdom. It's not here where we have everything all segmented.
Yeah.
So, and the audiences are great, and I love it over there. I do.
Well, I was going to ask you about the audiences, and I've mentioned this before in other shows, because I've heard from people that have gone over there have said to me that the audiences a lot of times are much more open to songwriters, performing songwriters.
They are. Well, I think the whole Americana movement, though, has kind of done that, too. But they like big band music the same as we do here. They have all their genres over there. But there's definitely a circuit of small theaters and a lot of folk clubs and a lot of really just wonderful venues, real great listening rooms that people come to, and they're very quiet audiences. They're very appreciative. They laugh a lot, thank goodness. Yeah, it's a nice place to play.
So you're getting ready to go there again? Is that
I am. I'm
correct?
going to Scotland in June, and then I'm going back in the fall to England and Ireland. My last tour was really long. It was almost 8 weeks, and I didn't want to be away for that long again. So I'm splitting it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you approach songwriting?
how do whatever flies into this brain of mine. I usually write songs when a lot of times when I'm driving in the car. I'll hear something will come to me and I'll just memorize it. I'll make myself kind of, and if I don't remember it, then I figure it wasn't worth. It has its merit. Now we have iPhones, so sometimes I'll take my iPhone and I have my little recording device on it, and I'll murmur something into it so I can remember. But for the most part, I don't sit down with a guitar and construct a song. It's usually something. I must be inspired by something that I've either heard or an event that's going on, a movie I watch. But yeah. So
you said maybe the melody that
I stole from someone else.
No. In a sense, the melody comes, and then you kind of add the guitar chords later.
Yeah. Almost always the melody comes to me first. Yeah, and then I try to figure out what it is that I was hearing. Yeah,
and the lyrics will come after
that. Lyrics usually come. It's funny because to memorize the melody, a lot of times I'll put lyrics to it in my head, and with the total thought that I'm going to rewrite it when I sit down and really put it to music, put it on the guitar, and the lyrics will stick. So I'm bad at going back and reformatting a song, rewriting the lyrics. Even though in a perfect world, I'd love to. I'd love to be able to go back, but they usually stick, and so I usually stay with the original thought process that went with it, and then I write around it. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Something I've recently started is to showcase someone, another performing songwriter, and find a nice video that I can show doing the show. And are you familiar with Caroline Aiken?
I know the name.
She's from Atlanta.
Okay.
And she's just really excellent.
Okay.
She did an open mic way back when in Atlanta, and there was two young women that were singing together, and she kind of became their mentor.
Oh, wow.
And it was the Indigo Girls.
That's amazing. What a story.
And I want to read some. She has 9 albums.
Wow. Okay.
She's performed with people such as Bonnie Raitt, Indigo Girls.
Right.
Opening for Ardo Guthrie, Muddy Waters, Doc Watson, Randy Newman, Little Feat, 38 Special, Beach Boys, Janice Ian, Richie Havens, and her this particular song that she's going to sing on the video here is called "Inside Out," and she sang it in. You might be able to pronounce this better than I would. It's in Germany.
I don't have my glasses.
That's okay.
It's a blur of letters.
Nordischstedt or something like that. Anyway, so we're going to hear Caroline Aiken, and then we'll be back.
Can't wait to hear it.
Driving me crazy just to stay inside this room. Too many memories for me. I know it was coming, but it happened way too soon. Slightly left of center, good, that's where I like to be. On the inside, changes are coming. On the inside, river carry me. On the inside, I want you, want you. Oh, oh. No one's in your habit, gonna pull it from the inside out. Oh, yeah, yeah. Running 2 steps ahead of you in the middle of the night. I see you in my dream. Exactly what you're after all the time. A brain and light. Everything's so perfect till I found that hidden seam. On the inside, changes are coming. On the inside, river carry me. On the inside, I want you, want you. Oh, 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 oh. No one's in your habit, gonna pull it from the inside out. Oh, yeah. You touched every part of me. Do you remember? So you did not find the key. Do you remember? Strong enough to see it through. Do you remember? Drove up and up for you. And you been gone. On the inside, changes are coming. On the inside, river carry me. On the inside, I want you, want you. Oh, 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 oh. No one's in your head, they're gonna pull it from the inside out. Oh, yeah. On the inside. Thank you so much.
Okay, so Carolyn Aiken, she's really good, and if you get a chance to see her, definitely do that.
Somebody to see.
And of course, while we were doing that, I spilled water on my shirt.
To add color.
I thought I should mention it. You know, people are, what did he do? You know?
I didn't throw it on him. He spilled it on himself.
You have also opened for a number of people that we'd recognize. Shawn Colvin.
Shawn Colvin. That was
Joan
amazing.
Osbourne.
Yeah.
Jimmy Webb, Josh Ritter. Now, as someone I used to know as being kind of shy about performing, how do you have you gotten to the point where you feel comfortable in those situations?
Yes, I literally my knees used to lock. I think I told that to you before. When I'd be on stage, they would lock. They would shake for a minute and then lock, and I couldn't move. That's how shy I was. I definitely I don't know. I can't tell you when it happened, but I all of a sudden just became so comfortable. Now I feel like I'm playing any show. I'm like in my living room.
Right.
You know, once you cross over and have can have conversation with the audience, you can feed off of each other. Then it becomes like second nature. Now I'm so comfortable.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's a good lesson for people that are starting out.
Oh, absolutely.
Have a little bit of stage fright.
Absolutely.
The more experience you have.
And I still get. If I'm doing a big show or when I'm overseas or doing a theater or something, I still get, nervous and I want it to be good. I still get that little bit of excitement.
That's okay.
But it doesn't overwhelm me to the point where I can't function.
Right.
Yeah.
I know you played at the Philly Folk Festival.
I have.
Any other festivals?
I've played at the Belfast Fest in Ireland at Queen's Hall, and I played at the Canterbury Festival in England. So festivals over there, and I always play Music Fest.
Okay.
Yeah, in Bethlehem.
Did you ever play Falcon Ridge?
I've never played. I've never even tried. I've never. It's ridiculous that because I've had the overseas thing going, I've never tried to go to NERFA. I've never done any of these things. So now that I'm in my ripe old age, now I want to do it.
We'll
now
have to
I want
talk
to do
about
this.
that.
Yeah, I'd love to do those things.
Cool. As I mentioned earlier, some of your songs have been in independent films, TV, movies, documentaries. Talk about some of those.
Well, the independent films were a local person in Bucks County did a couple independent films. I couldn't even tell you the names of them, the independent ones. The TV movies, it was called Graduation Day. Was a Comcast movie that a song is in, and the National Coalition of the Homeless used my songs for video and an outreach program that they did, and a couple other. Heal Africa is another. Is a big organization and deals with Africa and the Congo and that. And I did a couple songs for them. I actually did a whole soundtrack for them. So.
Well, I wanted to ask you about that, and also a thing called the Mission Room.
The Mission Room is something that I'm starting.
Talk about that. Talk about both.
It's not launched yet. Okay. What did you want me to talk about? Heal Africa?
Talk about that.
Heal Africa just came out of. I was actually home late one night watching TV, and there was a special on CNN. Anderson Cooper was doing a special on Heal Africa on the organization, and it was showing these just child victims of rape and whatnot for wars that go on in the Congo. And genocide, and it was showing these kids walking hundreds of miles to get to this hospital. It was just heartbreaking, and that how much the operations cost, and they were looking for funding. And so I sent an email to Anderson's camp, and not expecting I'd even hear anything back. And he got back to me and gave me the address of the directors of Heal Africa, and I sent them an email thinking I'm not going to hear anything back. And they got back to me, and I told them I wanted to give them a song, and they loved my music because she loved the song. She said, thank you so much. And I had written a song just for them. And then I just decided, well, I'll just make a whole CD. And then all the proceeds from that CD go to them. So it hasn't made them a ton of money, but it's paid for a lot of operations for kids and women. Right. So that makes me feel good.
Okay. Yeah. And then your new project? My
new project is called The Mission Room. And it's in its early formation, but it's going to be a series of podcasts, maybe like something like you're doing, but with different artists. And they're going to be able to pick what they would like to donate the money to. So all the proceeds are going to go to some cause, whether it's an animal shelter or a homeless shelter or somebody that needs an operation. It can be, but very grassroots, no huge organization. So they're going to be able to hand a check to somebody in person, hopefully. And that's kind of the vision that I have. It's going to stay small and just be a grassroots thing. But cool. Looking forward to doing that. And people will be able to follow up with you on your website? Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Yep. Later on, we're going to put your website and your email, okay. Not your email, but your website. I better update everything. And then people can get on your mailing list and stuff like that. I have no mailing list, but they can look at my I don't have a mailing list. Well, people hear about your things for sure. Word of mouth, but yeah, definitely. How about any upcoming performances? Upcoming performances. I am playing at the Blue Plate Special in March, but I should say before that I'm doing my CD release at World Cafe Live. It's March 6th, and it's a brunch show. I've done it before, and it's a lot of fun. And I'll have the trio that I was playing with here in a full band. And it's always a lot of fun. And the ticket price, which I don't know what it is, but you get a free signed CD with it. So, And you're also going to have some residencies? I have a residency coming up at the Mermaid Inn, which is one of our old haunts together, right? Yeah. I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. I don't have the date. The dates are on my website, but I'm doing a few dates, and we're going to, I think, continue them if they work out. I'm looking forward to that one. And then a residency at Macungie. It's an arts theater. It's out in Macungie, Pennsylvania. They do a series called Bringing Nashville North, and it's a songwriters round. And they put you on the floor in a circle like you do at the Bluebird Cafe. Right. And it's very similar. The setup is similar. And they've asked me to be their artist in residency and run the circle. So that's going to be fun. I don't have the dates for that yet. And what's the name of your new CD? Then is Excellent Day. And I was reading that Janice, you're doing one of Janice. I've gotten to meet Janice a few times at shows, and my last CD prior to this, I had recorded some of it in Nashville with Craig Bickhart, and Janice, I let her hear some of it, and she wanted to play and sing on some songs, so that's how we really got to know each other. So she did that for me, and then she sent me a couple songs to consider recording for this next CD, and the one that she wanted me to do, she said, if you do this song, I'll give you exclusive rates. And it's a beautiful song. So I got to do it. I'm very psyched. And it's called Sometimes? It's called Sometimes. It's beautiful. It's a really pretty little song. Okay. Yeah. Well, we're going to hear you sing. Okay. And while we're trying to get this set up here, this thing that I'm pretty sure, well, you mentioned the NERFA, which is the Northeast Regional Folk Alliance. Right. And that's part of the Folk Alliance International. Okay. So I have a little slide here
about that, and people can take a look at it if they're
good.
interested in maybe joining it.
Sure.
And then we'll come back and we'll hear you guys.
Oh, great.
When I think about Folk Alliance, I think about it as being a fantastic opportunity to see a great overview of what's happening in folk music in the world.
Folk lives been good since you've been without me.
To me, it's a great way for me, having been here for in the business of being a touring songwriter for 25 years. It's a great place for me to see all my friends.
Since I died, I've tried so hard to spare you.
It's amazing to come to something that's a business conference, yet make lifetime friends. That's really nice. Really nice.
The energy that's created, especially in the hotel rooms at night, you kind of never know what's going to happen, and I think that's probably my favorite part of being a performer and collaborating, is that you never know what kind of combinations will happen.
Thank you, Folk Alliance, for this.
And it's probably the most welcoming conference you've ever been to. They give you a little first-timer badge to mark you out, and I thought that meant that they were going to mark you out as, the people would avoid you, but instead people come up to you and give you tips and hints and, at least guide you along the way.
I see this sort of as an area to do social networking connections, but it's also really relaxed too. And you can come in after being on the road and have your head sort of a little to the left or to the right, and it sort of fit right in.
There's an aspect after about 2 or 3 days in when you've had 1,198 showcases in hotel rooms, and you see the same 3 bass players in the lift stuck between the 8th and 9th floor, that you start to think that Robert Altman is directing your kind of biopic.
Calling your name, and now that you're falling,
And it's kind of a rare and odd little profession to be a musician who travels around and plays small concerts all around the country, and most people don't understand it. So it's a great sense of community that you feel when you come back.
not give in.
So I am going to do a song called Wonderful Day, and I'm being joined for this little show by Ken Pendergast on upright bass and Josh Lawrence on trumpet. This is Wonderful Day. When I woke up today was a day like any other. I fed the fish, I walked the dogs, and straightened the covers, went to work in the ordinary fashion, right up the road to the studio, just smiling with passion. Today was a wonderful day. Now I believe it's a matter of distraction, the things we do to get us to some brief satisfaction. I'm alright, no matter what the day brings. I got my girls and they got me, and everything is okay. It's a wonderful day.
across that sky, a picture perfect remedy. The birds sing, so do I. Maybe we could make a little harmony, but don't. Across that sky, a picture perfect remedy. Oh, the birds sing, so do I. Maybe we could make a little symphony. Come home at night, my baby at my hand. God, thank you, please. I know that he's a good, loving man. Today was a wonderful day, such a wonderful day. Oh, it's a wonderful day.
This song is called Goodbye, and it's off of my new record, Excellent Day.
I know you're gone, we got it wrong for so long. Goodbye, gone like the night, our stars shone bright against that sky. Goodbye, gone are the days, the birds that stay have flown away. Goodbye, gone is the rush, the lie, the crush, the song of us. Goodbye, oh, I will miss your kiss with every breath I take. In love affairs, somebody's heart is always bound to break. I close the door, dust off the floor, you're mine no more. Goodbye. In love affairs, somebody's heart is always bound to break. I'll close the door, dust off the floor, concede this war. Goodbye, I'll close the door, dust off the floor, you're mine no more. Goodbye.
And this next song is called I Got Song.
I got song like a bird makes me sing. I
got song like a bird. I got song like a bird, makes me sing. It brings me home, brings me home. I got wonder like a child, makes me smile. I got wonder like a child. Yeah, I got wonder like a child, makes me smile. Brings me home, brings me home. So why give me worry like the rain for these things I cannot change, not try to explain? Tears flow like a river to my soul, like the earth beneath my bones. All I'm asking when I go, bring me home, bring me home. So deep, I got pain in my heart. Yeah, I got pain in my heart, goes so deep. It brings me home, brings me home. So why give me trouble like a storm? I've been trying to get home since the day that I was born. Tears flow like a river to my soul, like the earth beneath my bones. All I'm asking when I go, bring me home, bring me home. And we have one more song, which is an older song of mine called Angels. Well, I don't know if there's an answer for salvation in this world. I don't know if there'll be time left when the angry bombs are hurled. And I don't know why there's hatred, but you see it everywhere. Though the differences between us are so small beyond compare, but I know the stars are shining even in the darkest sky. I know if there are angels, they forgive us, forgive us. And I don't know why we get angry and we say the things we say, or if it's my own demons that just make me walk away, or why drinking seems so easy when compassion comes so hard, and why we don't feel good enough until it's gone too far. But I know tears like a rainstorm eventually run dry. I know if there are angels, they forgive us, forgive us. Did I tell you that I love you every minute of the day? As if you never heard those words, it's what I meant to say. And if tomorrow finds me standing with nothing left to hold, oh babe, don't let me turn away another needing soul. 'Cause I know love like the ocean rolls forever to the sky. I know if there are angels, they forgive us, forgive us. For a life so blind, forgive us, forgive us.
Okay. Yeah, I really like your music. I've always liked your music.
Well, vice versa.
And so glad we had a chance to hear a number of those songs. How can people learn about you? We mentioned your website. Why don't you give us your website here?
Yeah, it's my name. It's LizanneKnott.com. And I guess they'll see the spelling on your...
And you probably, I know you're on Facebook.
I am on Facebook. I don't have a music page. I just I just have my own page. But yeah, I'm on Facebook, and feel free to email me either from my website or on Facebook, or you can get in touch with me anywhere.
And they can get your recordings, I know, from CD Baby. And
this last record is not on CD Baby yet because I was toying with this distribution in the States. I have it in the UK, but I don't have distribution here. So I've been kind of holding off, but I'm probably going to just release it independently.
Of course, people can get this stuff.
They can come to any show and get it from me.
Show.
They can email me and I'll send it to them. Yeah.
And, Amazon, all this stuff.
Right.
It ends up
there.
Yeah,
it'll be on iTunes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Before we say goodbye, I just want to talk a little bit about the next show.
Okay.
Which guest will be Aaron Nathans.
Aaron Nathans.
Aaron plays a lot with Michael Ronstadt.
Oh, I thought you were saying my next show. Sorry. Aaron Nathans is great.
Yeah.
And Michael Ronstadt.
Now, that'll be sometime near the end of March. One of the reasons that we're here is because I thought it was pretty cool. The other reason, we're in the process of renovating the area that we do the show.
Yes.
And we're still doing that. So by the time that gets done, it's going to be near the end of March.
Well, you can always come here again.
Yeah. So, Lizanne, thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was great.
I appreciate it. This is really fun. Thank you, Ray.
Thank you.
Great seeing you.
Likewise. We'll be back in about 3 or 4 weeks. The guest again will be Aaron Nathans. See you then.